Friday 19th of June. And this is it. Sorry. So much sawdust and dust in here from fitting my camper van kitchen. It's up my nose. Retest, Pure Dead Brilliant. This is from, I can't remember, more than 8 weeks ago. And it is this. It is this. It is for time. We've got 5 rounds of a set of 5 single arm hang clusters on your right arm, followed by 5 on your left arm, followed by 10 reverse lunges holding weights down by your side, followed by 10 box jumps, followed by 1 minute's rest. You repeat that 5 times. Obviously you don't need to add in the minute's rest at the end of the 5th round. So your time, your finish time incorporates the 1 minute's rest. Okay, so the last time I posted this, people posted up saying that they'd done it in like 4 minutes. And I was like, well, you should have had 4 minutes of rest in there, so not sure what happened. So make sure that you include the 4 minutes of rest within the workout, okay, for your final time. So what that means is that you work your way through this. When you finish your 10th box jump, have a wee glance up at your clock. If it says like 1 minute 20, then you'll start again at 2 minutes 20 and go on from there. A lot of this, how it pans out, is going to be down to how heavy you go or how heavy you can go, depending on what weights are available to you. So certainly I remember the last time some people flew through it super fast, just because they maybe didn't have heavier weights that they could use. So you can hear what I'm saying here. If you do have slightly heavier weights, maybe consider using them for this and challenge yourself a little bit for Friday. And before I forget, there is a Friday bonus today. We've got 100 hollow rocks. Right? Look how excited you are. Cool. So I'll go through this first and then I'll go over the hollow rocks as well. Right, so the hand clusters. Hand clusters. So it doesn't matter whether you are a beginner or you are like super advanced by your own reckoning. Then just pick your weights accordingly. So single arm hand cluster. Hang the weight just round about knee height. Okay, make sure when you do that you keep your back nice and flat. Stick your butt out behind your heels. So hang the weight at just about knee height. You're going to drive up with your legs. You're going to drop into a squat to catch the weight, and then you're going to drive straight up overhead. Okay, so you do that 5 on your right, then you switch over 5 on your left, then you go into, so you could do this holding a water bottle, okay, heavier dumbbell, you could do it with a kettlebell if you're dead cool, so on and so forth. What am I looking for now? 2 of these, that's what I'm looking for. Let me think. If you don't, sorry, I did miss some. I knew I was missing something there. I was like, what am I doing? If you don't have a single weight that you can hold, for example, you work with like a power bag or something, that's what I'll have to do. Then something that you've got to hold in 2 hands, then you're going to do 10 hand clusters, okay? So the weight will go down, knee height again, you'll catch in the squat and you'll drive up overhead. So you're having to use both hands together, which means you're going to have to do 10 reps rather than 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Glad to remember that. Okay, so shorts are driving me nuts this morning. So 10 reverse lunges, a weight in each hand. You can do reverse walking lunges if you're bold, but otherwise it's step back, knee touches the ground, step up. Okay, 1 on the right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. And then for the box jumps, you can jump on anything that you like. Stand, and then jump off or step off as you wish. Could be higher than that, could be lower than that, depends what you've got available to you. Once you've finished your 10th one, you take your minute's rest. Done. Right, not done. With the box jumps, of course, you can do step ups instead of jumps. You can do jump overs instead of jump ons. So if you've nothing that you can jump onto, you've probably got something that you can jump over. If you don't have something that you can jump over, you can do a broad jump. If you're a total beginner, you can do a little broad jump. Done. So that's fine. These sandbags don't get enough love in my house. Right, and then the hollow rocks. So let me just have a wee look at the timestamp so I can tell you to go to 5.5 minutes for hollow rocks. Right, so with the hollow rocks, let's tip that down a wee bit, I think. Oops. Yeah, that's better. I'll have to go out the door to do this now. Go this way. So when you go to do a hollow rock, what I want you to do, in Sugarwad there should be a video of like a real gymnast doing this as well. Under, if you click on prepare, there should be a video of Dave Gianti doing this. So sit in an L position, point your toes hard away from you, push your knees together and push your thighs together. Okay, now you're trying to get your legs as straight as possible and your big toes as far away from you as possible. Okay, so really push that position. You should feel all the muscles in your legs tightening up and switching on. Then from there, you're going to roll from the bottom of your spine, from your pelvis. Okay, you're going to roll back, but you're going to maintain that tension through your legs. Okay, so roll back, maintain that tension, and you should hit a hollow position. Now you can do this with your hands down by your side, or you can do this with your hands up overhead. Once you've established that hollow position, and you're quite happy with it, then you're going to move into hollow rocks. Now if you can hit the hollow position, but you can't do the hollow rocks, then I want you to try and accumulate 3 minutes in total in that hollow position. Okay, so say you hold it for 20 seconds, take a wee break, then you hold it for 10 seconds, that would be 30 seconds in total. Okay, and go on like that until you get 3 minutes of it. Otherwise you're looking for 100 hollow rocks or whatever's appropriate to you. So if you are absolutely like really struggling with them but you're kind of practicing, then maybe 50 is more appropriate, or 75. So pick your number accordingly and just put that in the notes. So I can't remember how I asked you to score it, I'm not sure. Maybe it was just a checkbox, I'm not sure. I'll double check. So just put in notes. So say I've asked you for I think I put it as time. So say I asked you for time, just put your time in and then in the notes see how many you did. Right, okay, so the rocking part. So when you go to rock, you hold your position and make sure that you instigate the movement through your feet and not through your upper body. If you instigate the movement through your upper body, you're going to end up with a sort of like beach dolphin thing going on. Keep the tension, reach hard through your toes, keep the tension in your abs, squeeze your butt, hands up overhead if you can, down by the side if you can't. Okay. Now, if you're really just struggling to hold the hollow position, what you consider is doing one leg at a time and see if that helps. If that's still a problem, then do a little dead bug one. Okay, so sit on your back, lie on your back. Okay, and then just try and reach your hands down by your sides towards your feet and just hold that, pulling your belly button down towards the ground the whole time. And you can just practice being in that hollow position, maybe occasionally see if you can reach one leg forward, hold the position, reach the other one forward, and so on. So, hollow rocks are can be quite tricky. Don't be surprised if you feel like you're just rolling around the floor, flailing. It can feel very like that. They can take a bit of practice. So if you've not got hollow rocks as such, then consider that Friday bonus part to be practice. Okay, so the hollow rocks are a directly transferable skill to other gymnastic things within CrossFit. It also teaches you, so as well as it just generally sort of helping with your handstands, etc., it also teaches you about like global muscle recruitment, your ability to switch on your body and use it as one unit rather than going, my arm's doing this, my leg's doing that, my core's doing this. If you can establish that like immediate like connection through the whole of your body, where you tighten up all your muscles, pointing your toes, tensing your calves, squeezing your butt, that then leads into the motor pattern and motor skills for everything that you do, not even just in CrossFit. Right, done. I think, pretty sure. Go, have fun. Bye.